Dear student, I hope you are doing good and your exam is just in 1 month. So here I'm going to help you with the revision of O-level paper, the year 2020. This is from combined chemistry. So let's see the part. So question number 1, what is saying you, which apparatus is used to collect a gas that is soluble in water and less dense than the air? So quickly write in the comment box, which I have already told you, the 3 methods to collect the gas. Okay. The first is the water displacement method, right? The second is your upward delivery method, and the last one you can say downward delivery method. Now what is the meaning upward? Means you are collecting the gas up. Okay, why up? Because that gas, if you allow them, it will always go up, means it is less dense than the air. Downward delivery means what? If you allow gas to collect, it will sink in the air, compared to air, so you have to collect it from downward. It means that density have more than it. Okay, and what is water displacement method? You use this method in which the gas is not soluble or very slightly soluble. Okay, now let's see the option. You have option soluble in water. It means I cannot use the water displacement method, it will be dissolved in water, so this option is already gone. Now this is less dense the air, so less dense means what? It will be go up because it has low density. So option number C is the only correct where you are saying the right thing. So question number 2, which method used to obtain the potassium chloride crystal from the aqueous solution of potassium? You already have the aqueous potassium chloride, right? So can it possible filtration? No. Tell me, filtration used for what purpose? When you have insoluble product in solution. Fractional distillation not possible because you don't want anything based on different boiling point. This is obviously not. So only evaporation. What is evaporation? Evaporation is a technique by which water will go and whatever remaining it will be residue, and it is going to just present over there. So tell me a few more. You can link this part. What is the difference between boiling and evaporation? Write in the comment box the 5 difference. When you write, you will memorize for longer time. That's why I always ask you to write wherever you want to write. Okay, write it down. Now let's see question number 3. The solution of W is tested with different reagent. What we are testing? We are testing a compound W. Okay, and obviously you will apply different reagent. So when I put the reagent aqueous ammonia, okay, you are seeing no visible change. So it can be your calcium, right? It can be your do you have any option? Yes, you have calcium chloride and calcium sulfate, right? Then they are saying that when you put the dilute nitric acid, aqueous barium nitrate, you'll see white precipitate, aqueous ammonium hydroxide. Okay, so they're saying you when you put aqueous sodium hydroxide, okay, they're showing you white precipitate. It means it is your calcium, which is insoluble in excess. Now A or B. Now after that you have to figure out that whether it is sulfate or chloride. You know what is the sulfate test? That when you put the dilute nitric acid in aqueous silver nitrate, no. So sulfate ion properties that whenever you react with the barium nitrate, it will give you barium sulfate, which is the white precipitate. So it is telling you that it is calcium cation and the sulfate is anion, is present in your compound. So let's see question number 4. So option number B is correct for third option. Okay, now question number 4, they are saying that which statement is true about isotope? What is isotope? Isotopes are basically atoms which are from the same element but have different neutron number. Okay, iso means same and top means position. Okay, iso means same and top means position. It means they are positioned same in the periodic table. Can you tell me why it is in the same position? Because we have arranged the atoms on the periodic table based on atomic number. Okay, atomic number, which is not changed here, so obviously it will be in same position. So they have different number of neutrons. Option number C is the correct option. Now let's see question number 5. Element A is a metal, element B is a non-metal. Which statement is correct? So they are talking about bonds. Okay, tell me, metal and non-metal, always it will form a ionic bonding. Very important. What is the bond present between the non-metal and non-metal? It is the covalent bonding. Can you give some example? For example, carbon dioxide. Carbon is a non-metal, oxygen is a non-metal. So when they combine, they share the electron. So it's a covalent bonding. And if you look, all the covalent compound, they are a gas. It means they have very low boiling point and melting point. Ionic compound have very strong melting and boiling point because they are attracted to the very strong force of attraction. So option number C is the correct ionic bond and high melting and boiling point. Question number C. The element X has electronic configuration 2 and 4. It means it requires 4 electron to form the full valence electron. 2 and 6, it means required 2 electron. What is the formula of compound formed between X and Y? So X required 4, Y required 2. So it means if you put X here, Y should be here, Y should be here, so that they can exchange the 2 electron. It has 4 and it is similar to like CO2, right? So XY2 is a correct option, which is A is the correct answer. Now let's see question number 6. Calcium phosphate has a formula of this. What is the charge on the phosphate ions? So in this ionic compound, what we do, we basically put the cross charge like this. So the phosphate, it will be your, if you think here 3, right, it will become 3 minus, because phosphate is a anion group. So this is the ionic compound. The first is a metal, which is a calcium. The remaining will be phosphate, PO4, 3 minus. So you know the option, so don't think it's a 3 plus. Okay, 3 plus is only for the group number 3, which is a metal. Metal always form the cation. There is no exception for that. So group number 1, 2, 3 are metal, and they will form always cation. Now let's see question number 6. Glucose has a relative molecular mass this. How many gram of molecules are needed in 50 centimeter cube water to make a solution of concentration 0.4 mole decimeter cube? So they have given you the concentration in mole per decimeter cube. So let's see this question in the new page. So formula of molar concentration is mole divided by volume. They have given you data for the mole concentration. Yes, how much it is? It is 0.4 mole per dm3. Now you want to know mole. Why? Because if you know mole, you know everything, the number of atoms, number of molecules, what is the mass. So always try to figure out the moles, and divided by volume, which is the volume they have given you in the 50 centimeter cube. So convert in decimeter cube, which is divided by 1000, it will be 0.05 decimeter cube. So I'll just put it here, 0.05 decimeter cube. So this is gone, this is gone. So your answer will be finally mole will be how much? 0.4 multiplied by 0.05, which will be your 0.02. This is the mole. Okay, from the question we know that 1 mole has a mass 180 gram, isn't it? So if you have 0.02 mole, what will be the mass? It will be 0.02 multiplied by 180. So if you multiply, it will become your 3.6 gram. So let's see the option, what answer. So option number A is the correct. This is a similar question has been asked in 2016. So in O level, you know, this is a good thing that if you solve multiple time, 10 or question is going to be exactly same, and pattern is definitely it's the same. So it will be really helpful to go through all the O level papers. Okay, now let's see question number 9. Dissolving ammonium nitrate water is endothermic reaction. What is endothermic reaction? Endo means in, and thermal means temperature or heat. The thermometer means a meter, instrument by which you check the temperature. So temperature is going in from where? From the surrounding. That's why what happened, you will feel cool. Okay, so let's see the option. And exo means out, so exothermic means energy is going out. So here which option is correct? Option number, so temperature will decrease, so fall in temperature and direction of heat flow from the surroundings, right? So it is going from the surrounding, that's why there is cooling effect. So option number D is correct. Now next question number 10. Hydrogen peroxide, what is the formula of peroxide? H2O2. Okay, it's break down into water and oxygen. When lumps of magnesium oxide, which is a catalyst, what is the function of catalyst? Please write in the comment box and make some graph for that catalyst in your notebook, that if you catalyst, how it is different from the without catalyst graph. So a solution of hydrogen is speed up, the catalyst obviously speed up the reaction. Speed up reaction means it will give you product in less time. So speed means related with the time. Okay, so whenever you put the catalyst, the rate of reaction will increase. Rate means change with respect to time. So if some experiment was going and taking hours, it will take in few minutes. Okay, and if catalyst is very strong, you will get result in even second. So this is the graph they have given you X. Now which change is condition produce line Y? As you can see here, line, if you compare from X, right, in Y there is large amount of oxygen is present, as you can see from this graph. So they are not talking about the rate of reaction, they are talking how you're going to go and get more number of oxygen. So rate of reaction depends on, tell me what factor? Depends on temperature, depends on catalyst, depends on the particle size. Okay, rate of reaction means what? You have the same reactant, you are getting the product in less time. But here the requirement is different, they want the product more. It means what? This is not going to help you, this is not going to help you, this is not going to help you. Only and only when you increase the reactant, then and then only going to see the product. So option number D is the correct. Now let's see the question number 11. Aqueous Fe3 chloride is reacting with this potassium iodide. So basically FeCl3 is reacting with Ki. This is the question number part 1. Produce a brown solution. You know brown solution is only iodine you have. Aqueous FeCl2, okay, FeCl2 reacting with acidified KMNO4 and it produce a yellow pale orange solution. Okay, so this is the data from the question. Now what is the requirement? What is the role of Fe3 and in this okay, as you can see here, FeCl3 and this here iodide is -1, it got here 0. So what is happening here? It is oxidized. And who has helped this to oxidize? FeCl3. So FeCl3 should be an oxidizing agent because it is helping something to oxidize. It means option B or A. Now let's see next part. FeCl2 plus KMnO4. Okay, you know that KMnO4 is oxidizing agent, so this is going to oxidize this part. Okay, and it will give you the if it is oxidized, it will give you FeCl3, which is the pale or yellow orange color. So here what is happening? If this is oxidizing agent, it means this will be a reducing agent. Okay, so option number B is the correct, which is the option number B, oxidizing, and yes, this is the correct option. Now let's see question number 11, what you have. So 11 is done. 12, which you wrote about the reaction of acid is correct. Okay, so when acid reacts with reactive metals, so reactive metal when it reacts, it will be very high, right? So it will give you always a salt and water, a salt, water and carbon dioxide, because the carbonate. So this is the only option you have, B is the correct. Now 13, the unknown metal oxide is insoluble solid. X is a amphoteric. Amphoteric means what? So there are 3 oxide. Please tell me what are the 3 oxide. You have acidic oxide, you have basic oxide, and then there is amphoteric oxide. Amphi means both. Acidic oxide are formed by non-metal, basic oxide are formed by the metal. What is the name? Non-metal means CO2, SO2, metal oxide you can write NO2, sodium oxide, whatever metal you can think, aluminum oxide, calcium oxide. Amphoteric oxide are oxide which react with both acid as well as the base. Okay, so please go through this, the link which is please write in the comment box what are the amphoteric oxide you have. So this will be your homework. When you write, you will remember for a long time because you're going to search, you're going to make a note, and you're going to write. So please write it down. Now let's see the option. It is amphoteric oxide, so it will react with acid and base. Which one is correct? It is reacting with acid and base. Yes, but what about this? This is telling you this is also reacting, but let's see A and C which is correct. So here A is saying that no change, effect of adding a universal indicator to solid XO. So when you put in the sodium the metal oxide, you are not seeing any change because as you can see here, it's insoluble solid. So since it is not going to dissolve in water, how you are going to see any change in the water? So then I think it is no change. So option number A is the only correct option you have. Okay, next question number 14. R and T are elements in group number 1. Okay, group number 1, what are the group number 1? Group number 1 means you have last electron 1. For example, lithium, sodium, potassium, right? 2, 1, 2, 8, 1. Then you have 2, 8, 8 and 1. As you go down, what happens? Reactivity will increase. Why it is increased? Because the electron which is outer cell is going away from the nucleus, and this electron can easily go off. So reactivity depends on how you can lose the electron, how you can gain the electron. Okay, now which statement is correct? Okay, so they give you data for melting point and boiling point. Okay, group number 1, as you go down, what happened to melting and boiling point? It decrease. So this is the hint you have, right? So it means R will be top and T will be here. So R will be less reactive than the T. It means R should have less electron cells than the T. Correct, as we have discussed here. So option number A is the only correct option you have. Now let's see question number 15. A metal X, Y, Z were heated separately with oxide of 4 metal P, Q, R, S. Find the order of reactivity, means which is least reactive, which is highly reactive. So in this question, very important, you have to read about what order they want, least reactive to most reactive or most reactive to least reactive. So in this question, if you read they ask least reactive to most reactive. It means least reactive will be first. How to know which is least reactive? Least reactive are the oxide which are not going to show you any reaction. So let's see now. X, no reaction observed. It means it is your X which is least reactive. So very simple. It means the X should be the front, and this is only one option you have see here. So this is how you can sort your answer. Most reactive means what? It is going to show the reaction, with all. So here is the most reactive, which is Y. So option number A is the correct without any doubt. Now let's see question number 16. The blast furnace is used to extraction of iron from its ore. Okay, what ore we use mainly in your syllabus? The hematite, right? So please go through it, the process. They have given you step by step process, and write in a notebook. Make a nice steps. Which substance used to remove the impurities? Okay, what are the impurities you will find? Ore is what? Ore is basically a element, a metal mixed with something present in the air. It can be chloride, it can be sulfide, it can be oxide. Mainly you will find in terms of oxide. Okay, like for iron it is Fe3O4, because when iron come in contact with oxygen it form oxide. So, and obviously it will it present in the sand, stone, it will mix up. So you want to remove the silicon dioxide which is present in the sand. Okay, so sand is basically nothing but your silicon dioxide. What is the formula of that? SiO2. It is the basic or acidic oxide? It's acidic oxide. If I want to remove this oxide, it means I should give something which is basic in nature, so it will combine, it will form you some kind of salt. So here air, no. Coke, not going to help you. Hematite itself is a ore, so only limestone. Please write the formula of limestone. Lime means related compound with the calcium, so limestone is calcium carbonate. Write the multiple form of the different lime compounds. So you have lime water. Lime water is what? Calcium hydroxide. Quicklime and slaked lime. Please write the formula in my comment box. When you write, you will remember for longer time. Okay, if you cannot remember, anyway I will tell you in the comment box if you write. So it means limestone, because limestone when you heat it will break into calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide, and this calcium oxide, which is what? Basic oxide, it will react with acidic oxide and it will form the slag, which is the calcium silicate, and then it is going to be like float on the molten iron and you can extract it out. Now question number 17. It's a long question, let's read it thoroughly. Heated copper reacts with oxygen to produce a copper oxide. You are heating the copper, yes, and it will react with oxygen to give you copper 2 oxide in the bracket. Percentage of oxygen in the air can be found by passing the air over the heated copper in a pressure zone. So here you are heating this copper here, and you are putting the air from this side. You are pushing the air, so air will go here and you are going to collect it here, so that you're going to see how much oxygen is present in the air. So original volume you have used 50 centimeter cube. Okay, in air what is the most compound you have? 78% you have nitrogen, then 21% we have oxygen. That is our major hint, that if you will take 100 centimeter cube, correct, you will get 21% oxygen, means the remaining will be your other gases. So here let's see the option. Which graph show the volume of air changes during the experiment? It means if I have a starting 50 centimeter cube, right? 20% of them are already absorbed here, which is the oxygen, which is absorbed by the copper. So remaining will be 50 minus what is the 21% of the this, it will be around 10 centimeter cube, right? Around 10 centimeter cube have the oxygen which is absorbed here in the copper oxide form. So remaining 40 you will collect it here. So it means it starting it was 50 and then it, so this is not, this is increased not, now either C or D. So if you look it here, it is increasing, so it's gone. So option number D is the correct option. So let's see question number 36. The diagram show a fractionating tower is this, petroleum fraction this, fraction P, Q and R. What are the fraction P, Q, R you have? So this is a part from the fractional distillation where we used to get all different component from because they have different boiling and melting points. So lower will be the boiling point, you will get the higher, and the higher and very high the boiling point it will be, you will be collected at the down. So which is the highest? The bitumen is the lowest. So fraction are either B or D. Now whether it is B or D, how to figure out? So there are certain hint. Fraction P is basically have the very low boiling point, so it is the petrol, gasoline. So option number, yes, only D is the correct. Okay, so now let's see question number 17. Chlorine gas react with methane under certain condition. Okay, so what is the condition? Methane is a alkane group, alkane go under the substitution reaction, right? Alkane go to the substitution reaction. And what about alkene? Alkene go to the addition reaction. Why? Because addition means you have double bond, you just break and you add. So substitution is your B and D. Now if you think here, you require ultraviolet light to initiate this reaction. So option number D is correct. Now 38 question, diagram show the part of the structure of addition polymers. Addition polymers means it is going to form with the alkene only. Okay, so if you look this compound, okay, what is the repetition unit you are seeing? So the CH2 CHH, this is part repeating. So formula of monomer used in this, what we just separate out, make a bond here. So it's usually CC, it will be your C2H5 and then H and then 1 2 3. No, so this is only H you have, right? Because it's alkene, carbon always make 4 bonding. So 1 2 3, okay, yeah, this would be HHS also correct. So which is matching here? What is the formula of monomer used in this option? So let's correct it. So if you think you have 2 3 and 4, so it should be C4, option number B and C. Now how many hydrogen you have? 5 6 7 and 8. So option number B is the correct. Okay, now question number, I think this is the only for MCQ, right? Okay, so rest is we can discuss in next session. So if you like this part MCQ, let me know how much you got out of around 18 question, and leave the comment box that how it went, what are the improvements you need to know. Subscribe my channel and share with your friends. Thank you so much.